Chrisenbery, and I am a camera assistant.
All right, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Have a seat.
In the film industry, I see the role of that visual arts being communication, and I say that because that's pretty much what filmmaking is. If it's like a short film or a narrative or a documentary, then you're telling a story of some sort, so you're communicating that. Or even going into like commercial work and whatnot, you're expressing what the brand wants to express, or communicating with the audience what the creators of the film or commercial are wanting to get across. Having sort of instant access to media and whatnot, I think it's a positive and a negative thing. It's nice to sort of broaden your customer base. The more people that get interested in it, it makes it easier to sort of find new customers. From a negative standpoint, since so many people are becoming, aware of the field, it would bring in new competition. But if some people are just like somewhat interested, it's not going to really harm that on a professional level. Demo reel is a good example for that. If you have like a trailer that's out, you could download that if you don't have access to the original files yet, and sort of fill that in a demo reel until you can get the high resolution images. Images that I see repeated in my industry, I guess the thing that comes to mind initially is branding, I suppose. So when it comes to like different cameras or different pieces of equipment that you use, the branding on that, like Red, Airy, Noel Richardson, stuff like that. Branding comes to mind the most, I suppose, just because that's what I guess we see more while we're working. My favorite style of visual art, I guess, would be split between film and photography. When it comes to film, I really like Wes Anderson or David Fincher. He kind of reminds me more of like I guess like Roger Deakins to an extent when it comes to his sort of blocked off or smooth movements. But I really like Wes Anderson's use of like symmetry and the color palettes he uses as well. Always just look great. I just like their sort of style that they have implemented in their works. And from photography standpoint, I really like landscape photography. So Ansel Adams initially comes to mind. Famous film pieces or photography pieces definitely influences my creative process, in the sense of when you look back at iconic pieces, it kind of makes you want to break them down. I like to do a lot of reading. Like Ansel Adams published 3 books on his entire process of photographing in Yosemite, and so going back and reading all that and looking at iconic works and whatnot, it makes you want to sort of try different things and see like how they did things, and how you can rework it to kind of fit the way that you like to work.